Hey, whatever you're doing this weekend, I know you're going to have this with you, right? Your smartphone. That means you're going to have a casino with you. Whatever you're doing, take Parx Casino with you. BetParx has your seat at the table with a live dealer for all your favorite classic casino games right on your phone. And right now, wherever you are in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, we're talking live baccarat, roulette, blackjack, all with live dealers. Plus, play hundreds of exciting online slots. It's the only casino that I recommend and use myself. Summer is vanishing. If you're at the beach, the boat, the boardwalk, the Poconos, the campground, the lake, the backyard pool, wherever you are, make your downtime fun time. Download the BetParx app. Enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino right at your fingertips. New users, download the BetParx online casino and sportsbook app right now. You get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. The casino bonus has to be wagered. BetParx.com has all the details. You've got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Ohio, or Michigan. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You love to play. You play to win. You bet Parx. Time now for the Friday headlines from the Smerconish.com daily newsletter. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. It is free. It is worthy. By the way, I am channeling Michael Douglas today in Falling Down with another of my short sleeve dress shirts. I love them. The waning days of summer. I have
You just love them.
I do. I have a sport coat behind me. Like, I could put this on for our YouTube audience, but like, why not? Why do I have to be embarrassed that I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt? I think it looks fabulous and it's so comfy. And you don't agree, and neither does anybody else, and it's okay. What is it like? It looks old.
It's just. Yeah. I mean, you just look like you're like an 85-year-old guy,
No.
you know. Yeah.
No, I'm a handsome 60-something.
And yet, when you wear that,
Yeah.
it doesn't it doesn't make it any better.
Well, Michael Douglas, you remember, right?
You need a gun. That's what you need.
But you remember, his was white, and I have them in white as well.
And you have them in pink.
And he had just had it.
Yeah.
He had just had it.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
By the way, I haven't opened it, but you have also given to me, it's obviously a shirt.
It is a shirt.
What's the deal?
So I went to the Wildwood boardwalk.
Oh, God, I'd have loved to have seen TC on the Wildwood boardwalk.
Michael, I've never been to the Wildwood
your
boardwalk.
Mayflower forefathers
First of
rolling
all,
over in their graves.
Holy moly.
Can we get a Wildwood for Dummies real quick?
Okay.
Like, why are you?
So Wildwood, New Jersey is
Can't wait to hear her
The Wildwood
explanation.
boardwalk is okay. First of all, they're all different parts of the Jersey Shore, and they all
Yes.
have different personalities.
Yes.
And Wildwood is just a little rough and tumble. And the Wildwood boardwalk is miles. I am talking miles long, huge boardwalk.
Great for kids.
Great for kids with like amusement parks and rides and food and T-shirt
It's
stands.
where Trump drew like 100,000
Okay.
people
This
a
is-
couple of months ago.
This is
I remember
very,
that.
very important given what I'm about to give you, because it is absolutely Trump country.
Right.
And the T-shirts lining the boardwalk, the T-shirt stands lining the boardwalk are either political or very crude
Oh,
or
really?
very sexual.
Really?
Like these little tiny shorts that are like, it's not going to spank itself. You know what I'm saying? Like insane.
Wait,
Like,
did you get me those shorts? It's not going to spank itself?
You cannot imagine walking down the boardwalk with kids, because you'd have to explain what half the things mean. But I was dying at the political ones. I was just dying, and I was like,
So what did you get me? A
one.
Brandon T-shirt?
Okay, well, go ahead and open it up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm doing this live for the benefit of our
Right.
YouTube
You can
audience
check
as
it
well.
out on YouTube.
If you're listening on POTUS, you need to be watching.
Right.
Shall I hold it up to the audience first
Well,
and
maybe
then me?
first look at it.
Oh, okay. I better do that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get one.
Oh, my God.
I didn't get one
Okay.
that swore. There we go.
Okay, so it's a bloodied Trump,
Oh.
right? 2 middle fingers, you missed.
And there are so many like that. It is that, by the
Can
way.
I wear this?
Possibly is the most tame. Does
this look better than my Michael Douglas falling down shirt?
Yes, anything does. Is that unbelievable? But to be clear, it's not an equal to opportunity offender kind
my
of boardwalk.
God.
It's all pro-Trump.
That is hysterical.
And it's all like that. And so, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a big large. Thank
happy
you.
Friday.
Yeah, thank you for that, because
Yeah.
it'll shrink. It's heavy cotton, and
I thought, good
I'm,
for
I'm getting to be a big boy.
Good for gardening.
Okay, that is hysterical.
Well done, TC.
Yep.
Well done.
You
That's
know,
perfect.
Oh my God.
I like to bring you things.
You missed. Were these hot? Were these selling?
Oh my gosh. There were ones that said you missed. There were, they were all, and then one of them said like, you missed mother effers, you know. So they were just
the T-shirt says you missed, but TC, you nailed it. So
Thank
well
you.
done.
Oh
Thank
my
you, Dan.
God.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I must say that. Oh
my God.
Someone, okay, wait, hang on. Robert on YouTube, wear it on CNN.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you can you imagine if you wore that on CNN? Yeah.
Oh my
it's
God.
Good.
Oh my
It's
God.
good. All right. Happy Friday.
Thank you.
There
That is
go.
a great shirt.
Yeah. It was.
And it will. And you know what? It will look great in the garden.
It'll look great.
It
in the
will look
garden.
great
It'll
in
make
the
things grow.
in the garden. Okay, headlines, real headlines now from the Friday edition of the newsletter. My lead story today
Oh yeah.
is so sad.
It's so sad.
It's about Matthew Perry and the way that he died and the 5 people who've been charged. It's from the Hollywood Reporter. But I confess that when I was at Wawa very early this morning buying my Times, I had to buy, Randy, show this too. I had to buy the New York Post because the New York Post has on its cover with friends like this. And I think my headline for the newsletter today, or for the thumbnail at least, was they weren't his friends.
I'm reading his memoir.
Is your mic off?
Oh. I'm reading his memoir right now.
Yeah.
And it's called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. And I had to take the actual cover off because it's his face.
Right.
And it made me so sad. So I just can't, I'm reading it, but I can't look at his face. And he publishes this, and it's all about his addiction. It's all about that. And that's the big terrible thing. And he writes it, and then months later he's gone.
It's so terrible. One doctor texted, two of those 5 who were charged were physicians. Okay, 2 were physicians. And on September 30, one texts the other to ask how much, quote unquote, this moron would be willing to pay. And at a certain point, in one instance, he paid $2,000 for a vial of ketamine that was worth $12. So they were just totally rolling him for his addiction. And then, you've got the LA
ketamine legitimately, right, for depression. So he was being given ketamine, but then he got addicted to it and wanted more of it.
Right.
And then he couldn't get more of it from the doctors, shopping doctors, and then finally going to the street.
Well, it's a very Oxy-like story.
Correct.
It's a very Oxy-like story in terms of the progression that maybe begins with Oxy and ends up with someone
Heroin.
seeking heroin,
Right.
and then getting something laced with fentanyl.
Right, and then they die.
And I have to say there's an argument in this. I'm not making the case, but there is a discussion to be had about legalization, even though ketamine is legal with a prescription, because you got to knock out the availability of going into the street. Let me just give you...
But can I just say one other thing? Because I did that psychedelics podcast, and I talked to someone about who knows a great deal about it. But part of the issue is that it needs to be regulated so much. Like, you can't do this stuff.
Got to know what you're
the
getting.
way you smoke pot.
Got to know what you're getting.
Not only that, but you have to have a defibrillator. Like, it's a dangerous situation. Go ahead.
Matthew Perry's personal assistant injected him with 3 fatal doses of ketamine, prosecutors charged on Thursday, as they announced arrests in the beloved Friend star's death, including the ketamine queen who allegedly provided the deadly batch. Kenneth I'm not going to know how to say it. Iwamasa. Okay, there you go. 59, and 4 others are accused of profiting off Perry and his spiraling drug addiction, resulting in his fatal overdose on October 28 at his home in Pacific Palisades. By the way, this personal assistant had been with him since 1994. Since 1994. He administered at least 27 shots of ketamine to his boss during the last 5 days of his life, including 3 final shots that prosecutors allege resulted in his death and serious bodily injury. 2 doctors, Mark Chavez, 54, Salvador Placencia, 42, are accused of getting Perry to shell out thousands of dollars for vials of ketamine that cost as little as $12. Also charged the alleged street dealer, Eric Fleming, and Jasveen Sangha, known to the feds as the drug dealer of the ketamine queen of Los Angeles, Perry candidly wrote about his drug addiction in his memoir, Friends, Lovers, and Big Terrible Thing. Your book was seeking treatment for his mental health struggles when his life took a dark turn, Ann Milgram, administrator of the DEA, said on Thursday. So tell me more about the book. What's the picture that you get?
So the picture that emerges is a deeply, deeply troubled with addiction. I mean, he struggled with addiction for 30 years. When he was in the middle of filming Friends, he would be taking uppers and then downers to control the uppers and then uppers to control the downers. And it would be this seesaw the whole time. I'm at the very beginning, but it is already just astonishing. It was like a cocktail of managing drugs for his entire work life. And the pictures in here are so sad of like little Matthew Perry and all of his friends. Lisa Kudrow writes the intro to this.
Oh, God.
They loved him so much. It is just deeply, deeply sad. And it just goes to show that not like money can't help you with this. It can actually make things worse because as was very obvious with those doctors, you can afford this. But no, even the most successful among us have a really hard time fighting this.
He was undergoing ketamine therapy for depression, had been last treated over a week before he died, when the physicians at the clinic where Perry was being treated refused to increase his ketamine injections. The actor allegedly sought out Placentia, Milgram said. Placentia asked his colleague Chavez for help with procuring drugs to give to Perry. Instead of do no harm, they did harm so they could make more money, Milgram said of the two doctors who were both arrested on Thursday. From September until Perry's October death, the two physicians allegedly supplied him with 20 vials of ketamine in exchange for around $55,000. And then, as I said previously, on September 30, one texts the other to ask how much, quote unquote, this moron would be willing to pay. He also expressed a desire to become Perry's go-to for drugs. So there is the sad Matthew Perry story. We'll continue to follow that case. More headlines now from the Friday edition of the newsletter. Poll results yesterday, 29,686 votes cast. Could any strategery, I'm not going to explain it again, by Trump have hindered Harris's rise? 76.49% agreeing with what Mark Halpern advanced here on Wednesday. No, Harris was bound to come out of the gate like that, even if Trump were on this campaign of self-immolation. Today's poll question: should newspapers make political endorsements? The New York Times earlier this week announcing that the Times will refrain from endorsing in New York races. Heretofore, they've endorsed in New York races and also in presidential races. They will continue to endorse in presidential races, but they will no longer endorse in New York state races. And I'm expanding that to ask the question of, should newspapers be endorsing generally?
It'll be interesting to see where this goes, because I think it's a specific question, but then there's the broader question about how much reach and influence newspapers have anyway, and where people get their content. And so I think this is a very interesting question.
Let me just take one moment and share with you, if I have the right link. And I don't. Okay, I wanted to share with you some of the New York Times endorsements through the years, which, maybe I do have it. Sugar, I don't. All right, sorry about that.
Would have been helpful if your producer had put it right next to the
No.
poll
It's
question.
It's not on you, because I didn't even tell you that I had this. Look, the bottom line is, in the modern era, it's all Democrats for president. I do have them. Okay,
there you go.
2016 for Hillary Clinton, 2012 for Barack Obama, 2008 Obama, 04 Kerry, 2000 Al Gore, 96 Bill Clinton, 92 Clinton, 88 Dukakis. I mean, even Dukakis over H.W. Bush. Mondale in 84, Jimmy Carter in 80, 76 was also Jimmy Carter, George McGovern in 72. They endorsed McGovern in 72.
By the way, Carter,
68 Humphrey,
Carter, who is still with us.
And wants to hang in to vote for Harris.
Which is amazing, right? I mean, amazing.
Okay, 1956, 1956, the New York Times, I found a Republican. I had to go back to 56. Ike. They endorsed Ike.
There you go.
And in 52, they endorsed Ike. And they endorsed Dewey in 48. They endorsed FDR in 44. Wendell Willkie in 40, a Republican. So, yeah, not in the modern era, though, has the New York Times gone near any Republican candidate. But again, they're going to continue to do that. It is in the state races that they're going to refrain. So vote today on the poll question: should newspapers make political endorsements? Okay, Scott Stantis's cartoon today.
It's a good one.
Come on, this is great, and we've been talking about it. Describe, TC.
So we have Donald Trump and Kamala Harris at the lunch counter.
No. They're
What?
baristas.
Is that supposed to be Starbucks?
I think it's supposed to be Starbucks without saying Starbucks.
Okay, so I thought like a diner counter, but fine. Okay, and there's a tip jar, and it says tip tax cut, and Kamala Harris is reaching in the jar. She's reaching in the jar with the implication is
Genius.
She took it. Right.
Genius.
It's so good.
Yeah, she and
so
Trump
good.
are baristas,
Right.
and she's got her hand in the tip jar.
In the tip jar.
And again, I say, when you get to that page of the cartoon book, because I think we're now about 2 weeks away.
Come on.
From taking orders for the editorial cartoon book.
And what is your deal with the numbers? Do I have to like count down and immediately, because I need like 10. So I got to put that order
Okay,
in.
well, let me just say,
I'm a little nervous.
there's no friends and family plan here because
Listen to what
I got no
Excuse
skin
me,
in this
what
game.
did
I can't
just
give
say?
you any.
Is there a countdown so I can get them, Michael, is what I just asked. I did not ask you for
I got to
them.
talk to Buzz teacher.
I need to know.
My consigliere, and figure this out
right.
once and for all.
Okay, because if it's a 10 o'clock thing, I can't be on
Yeah.
air. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to be busy.
You'll be off that day to order your books.
Correct. All right. So
Wait,
just know.
you may have to sleep out somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to sleep out
I
and
have my
get
tent-
in line.
I have my tent.
Like at the Apple store.
Okay, that's exactly what's going on. I have my little stool. Right.
I don't know how to
I'm nervous.
judge the demand. I mean,
Okay, I
we
want
hear
10.
from people. We hear from people, right?
Yes.
See, I don't want just one either.
It's
I
my
think-
Christmas present to everyone. I'm
and,
sorry if you're
well,
listening,
the
but that's
beauty
what's happening.
the beauty of it is it's not as if 2024 is going to end and then it's like, oh, I've got a couple of books here that no longer are relevant, timely. No. I mean, a year from now,
Right.
it's like, oh my God, that campaign. And
That
here it is.
campaign.
And instead of some written description about how Harris and Trump both agreed about not taxing tips, you're going to look at the cartoon.
Right. And he's looking mad because she took it, according to him.
There you go. What monkeypox?
Monkeypox.
Do we need to worry about this?
I'm worried about it. It's
And it's
on
in
the
Sweden?
It's on the move.
How'd it get to Sweden?
Exactly.
From the Republic of Congo.
That's the problem. And
Who flew from Congo to Sweden?
It's kind of grisly.
Is it?
Oh yeah. It's like big poxes. Like,
How about this?
Not good.
The city of, we're so international in the newsletter. Melbourne, that would be Australia.
Oh, now we're going to Australia?
Yeah, they have banned e-scooters.
Yeah.
They've banned e-scooters.
Well, and
I love them. When I travel, I drive
but
them.
remember, Dan, didn't you break your clavicle or something? Like there was a
Well,
whole
there's that.
situation.
Oh, the scooters, man.
Yeah.
My dog, I have trained my dog to urinate on scooters, and it's really great. I was riding in Louisville, and I hit a pothole going like 9 miles an
Right
hour
before
on
his
one of
wedding.
these things. 8 weeks before my wedding,
Yep.
sober at my bachelor party, and I went down and I shattered I fractured the top of my humerus,
See?
which was not humorous at all.
That is not
So,
humorous.
Nothing humorous about
Nothing
that.
humorous.
It was awful. Yeah.
There might be something humorous about this. The Hawk Tua girl threw out the first pitch
cannot
at a
believe-
Mets
Saw that.
game.
I cannot believe you put this.
Okay, wait. Did you see?
she spit
wait,
on the ball
wait,
before
whoa.
she,
Wait. Did you see my headline in the
Yes.
news? What is my headline?
I'll look it up.
Show it. Okay, there it is.
Okay, now we got it.
Do you see the headline?
That's good.
She
That's
tossed a
good.
spitball.
Yes, I saw it. Do you know that I had to explain? Like someone said to me, an older person said to me, not my parents, like what did she do? Why is she famous? So I literally had to explain that to someone. It's not good. I mean, to me, it is the absolute indication of everything that is wrong with this country that she is still out there.
How about the fact that the Mets welcomed her?
That's my point. You're making my point.
Oh, the places a viral moment will take you Haley Welsh, who went viral for saying Hawk Tua in a recent interview on social media throughout the first pitch at Citi Field for the Mets game versus the Athletics on Thursday. She and her friend who caught the pitch celebrated with, did you see the chest bump?
Yes, I did.
They chest bumped each other?
Yes, I did. Thank you for that, Michael,
Pretty
on
good.
YouTube. That was really nice.
The 22 Tennessee native rose to fame on social media when a street interview of her saying Hawk Tua to describe a sexual act went viral. The interview had 6.8 million views as of Thursday. I listened to Bill Maher's Club Random interview with her, the podcast, and it was really interesting.
Was it?
Yeah, it was very, very interesting. And you know what just occurred to me?
What?
I think he owns a piece of the Mets.
Oh, it's all
There's no
coming
coincidence.
together.
Right?
Yeah.
He probably made that happen.
I think you're right.
I'll bet Maher, and because I'm thinking, like, it is kind of odd that the Mets would have her throw out the first pitch.
Maybe not.
It had to be Bill Maher.
There you go.
He orchestrated it. And on that note, listen to TC After Dark. I will see you on CNN tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., which means that we will do a YouTube Live. If you've never attended one of my YouTube Lives, please do that. That'll be tomorrow at 7:30. Yeah, 7:30 on a Saturday. I get confused.
You're back.
See ya.